It is the 1st of February. It's a Friday, folks. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Making news today. It is just after 4:30 in the morning in Mexico City, and that's where rescue crews are still searching for survivors amid the rubble after an explosion near the offices of Pemex, the Mexican state-owned oil company. 25 people have died and more than 100 are injured after a blast in the basement of a neighboring building. The explosion shattered the lower floors of a building, including one of the city's tallest skyscrapers. Parker joins us from Mexico City. Nick, any more word on the cause?
Monita, at this stage, nothing official.
Has killed at least 20 people in the northern Pakistani city of Hanggu. Officials say the attack took place as worshippers from two mosques emerged after prayers. Carrying fireworks has exploded on an expressway bridge in central China. Authorities said the blast caused part of the bridge in Henan province to collapse, sending dozens of vehicles plunging off the edge. Turkish TV stations are reporting that there has been an explosion outside the U.S. Embassy in Ankara. Several people have been wounded. We are continuing to keep an eye on that story, and we'll bring you more on that as we get it. North Korea has draped a camouflage net over one of the tunnels leading to its nuclear test facility, and that's according to South Korea's Yonhap news agency, which said the information came from a South Korean government source. The U.S., South Korea, and Japan have been monitoring the site by satellite since Pyongyang threatened recently to carry out another nuclear weapon test. Israel is facing the threat of surprise retaliation from Syria over its apparent decision to order an airstrike inside Syrian territory. Syria says the target of the strike was a research facility, but U.S. officials say it was a suspected weapons convoy. Thousands of mourners have filled the streets of the Cambodian capital, Phnom Penh, to pay their last respects to the country's late king. A lavish procession marked the start of funeral ceremonies for King Norodom Sihanouk, who died of a heart attack in October. He was 89. Let's get the rest of this week's Beijing, or I should say for the first time, the rest of Beijing's millions of residents can actually breathe a little easier. Meteorologist Mari Ramos is at the World Weather Center with news of some better air quality. Mari?
For a change, a rare blue sky day today in Beijing. This is the cold front that we were talking about, Monita, that was going to swoop through here. And
Mari, thank you very much. Australia is ordering Japan to get one of its ships out of Australian waters. The Environment Ministry lodged its protest with Tokyo after the ship belonging to a whaling fleet sailed near Macquarie Island, south of Tasmania. The Environment Ministry says ships associated with Japan's whaling program, like this one pictured in the Southern Ocean last year, are not welcome in its waters. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. As one chapter closes, a new one begins. What's next for Hillary Clinton? Bowing out today as U.S. Secretary of State. We take you live to Washington. Got some breaking news for you here on CNN News Center coming out of Turkey. Turkish television stations are reporting that there has been an explosion outside the U.S. Embassy in the capital in Ankara. He was taken on Tuesday. Today, as dawn breaks in Alabama, a 5-year-old boy is still being held captive while a standoff continues between police and the gunman who snatched him. The boy and his abductor are holed up in an underground bunker. The man seized him from a school bus after shooting and killing the bus driver. More do we know about how this standoff is continuing right now?
Well, you know, the latest information we got from investigators.
All right, George,
is that
thank you for that. George Howell there reporting to us there from Midland City in the U.S. state of Alabama. Well, nearby in Georgia, a school student in the U.S. state of Georgia was wounded on Thursday after being shot in the head. The 14-year-old boy was shot outside Price Middle School in Atlanta, but was alert and conscious after the shooting. Police say a fellow student was taken into custody. No other students were harmed in the incident, but the school was placed on lockdown. She spent 4 years dealing with one international crisis after another, navigating the delicate channels of diplomacy. But today, Hillary Clinton can take a breath on this, her last day as U.S. Secretary of State. Yet at 65 years old, she won't be retiring. Instead, she says she's going to spend her time giving speeches, writing and working on behalf of women and girls. Jill Doherty reporting there. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Breaking news here on CNN News Center coming out of Turkey this hour. Turkish TV stations are reporting that there has been an explosion outside the U.S. Embassy in the capital of Ankara. Several people have been wounded. Gears right now from Milan to Los Angeles to Paris, another glamorous city destination in David Beckham's playing career. Amanda Davis joins us now from London with more on that. Amanda, hello.
Hi, Monita. Yeah, it's a hard life for some, isn't it? The football transfer window has slammed shut once again. There's not many bigger stage than a presidential inauguration to have to sing an anthem, is there?
At the end of the day, it was still her singing. It was still her voice, and she sounded pretty darn good. So that's all that really matters. Amanda, thank you very much for that. We want to bring you more now on our breaking news this hour. That's the explosion outside of the U.S. Embassy in the Turkish capital of Ankara. The witnesses saw someone entering the grounds of the U.S. Embassy, or at least the outer gate of the U.S. Embassy, and then there was an explosion. Is that correct?
That's the outer gate. I mean, I don't think that they were able to leave the gatehouse.
Turkey and the capital Turkey as we get it. For now, I'm Monita Rajpal at CNN Hong Kong. Stay with us. We'll update you with the news headlines in just a couple of minutes.
This is the #1 international news brand. This is CNN.